Hello, viewers. It's Super Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast from my separate called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to beat your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you need to go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out of the way, let's get into the latest episode of Donbrothers. So basically, it starts off like this. The other way, we see Shinji is Yoshi and Haruka devastated after Sunai, basically deleted Motaro, the Red Ranger. So basically, the episode picks up from last left off in the previous episode. So basically the blue, pink, and yellow Rangers are horrified that after Sunrise struck down the Red Ranger and deleted him from existence right in front of their eyes. So basically they told Black Kaido what happened to Taro, and he was devastated. He was devastated. I figured that, and also I figured that his ability not able to lie will never be his downfall. So basically, Hardware asks, so basically the Black Ranger doesn't know that, as of right now, the Black Ranger doesn't even know the other Ranger's identity. The other Ranger's identity. He doesn't know that the Red Ranger is gone. Because he left before the Red Ranger got deleted. Before the Red Ranger got deleted. So anyway, so basically, Haruka say there's got to be a way to bring him back, but Black Tiger said, I don't have no way to bring him back. Well, so basically, they were so devastated that Haruka and Black Kaido was so shocked at Kaido being gone, they forgot about the whole wish, about Black Kaido's laptop with the point system. They can just wish him back. So basically, they were so devastated they forgot about maybe using the point on Black Kaido's laptop from one of the Rangers to bring Kaido back. So anyway, they went to So basically, they went to go visit Jin, who is Kaido's adopted father, and he was kind of like, he was like, he was not devastated, but, was kind of like, not like was kind of like he was kind of surprised, but the way he was acting, like like he just had a straight face and whatnot when the other way just told him that Taro got deleted by the bad guys. So basically, asked him that asked him is there a way to bring Taro back. He said that once the mid-range, that's what Sunai and his other two comrades are, get deleted by the mid-range weapons, you're basically gone forever. So basically, it started to hit him that Taro is gone. It's really gone, and Haruka said, why did you really give a shit? Why are you starting to give a shit now? He said that, that Taro, I raised Taro as my own son. Of course I give a shit. It just took me a minute to realize that he's truly gone ever. So anyway, so basically with no other way to be told about, things seems to be things going bad towards the things starting to go bad for the Rangers. So anyway, then we cut to see Sunrise trying to take down one of the Beastlies, but as usual, every time he tried to attack the Beastlies, they just jump up in the air and just walk away from Sunrise, and Sunrise doesn't even try to chase the Beastlies. So basically, Sandra and someone will be need to take their need to really do something about these Beastlies before they can do some real damage to us and our world and to both worlds. So basically, and some unbelievers you've been acting strange since you took down Mortal. So basically, don't get me. Somebody said that yes, I am acting strange after taking down Mortal, but I felt my victory over Mortal is hollow. So basically, so even though that Sunai and Paul did connect it, had a few moments of connecting, hanging out with each other, but he says Sunai was I get my job. I got rid of him. But I don't. I get my job, but I don't feel I don't. I do feel something after I did it though, but I did it because I was ordered to. So anyway, meanwhile, we got this young cat playing Sherry with his old man, and all of a sudden he started to freak out, and basically got took over by a Naho monster, and came this sort of like this Naho shogi monster, turning people into shogi pieces and shit like that. So anyway, the other Rangers were trying to figure out what they're gonna do without Mortal, even though Mortal had his problems, had problems getting along with others, but he's clearly the strongest Ranger out of all of them. So basically, figure out how they're going to fight the villains without Mortal. So anyway, we cut to a small mountain town, and we see this dude named Jaro narrating. Turns out that Mortal is not the only kid that the only one that survived his family slaughter. So basically, we know that Mortal came through the world that where the bad guys come from as a little kid in this peach shaped basket, and was found by kid. Turns out there is a second child that also came forward with as a baby and landed in this mountain town and raised in an orphanage, and that boy was Java. Java believes that he's destined to be a hero, and he believes that he's destined to be a hero. So basically, seems like Java is a nice dude. Everybody likes him on top, but they think him being a superhero is pretty nuts. So basically, Java quit gave notice to his job, as a delivery person in his mountain town village, and basically headed towards the city to basically join the Rangers and fight the evil forces of the Naho forces and the Medbirds and the Beasties and whatnot. So anyway, So anyway, as usual, the monster started attacking the city. So basically the Rangers showed up on the scene. So basically the Black Ranger doesn't know that where's the Red Ranger at. Is he gonna do one of his famous grand entrance, and they should, and the Ranger said that the Red Ranger isn't coming. So basically, not fully explaining what happened to Tall, the Red Ranger, and whatnot. So basically, Rishi Jara, showed up on the scene, and put on this Japanese, fighting gear, and basically it started to show. It basically did a martial arts stand. Looked like he was about to. It looked like he was about to fight the bad guys, and basically, and basically, the bad. So basically, Sunlight and his companions were already on the scene and whatnot. So basically, Sansa just swing his staff at Jara, and just sent him flying on his ass. It just knocked him on his ass after Sunlight stopped only from getting rid of the Blue Ranger. So basically, Jara showed up on the scene. He just got, before he did anything besides pose, he just got knocked on his ass by a string of, Sanja's staff, and basically the other Rangers took the opportunity to retreat, and take Jara to safety after stopped Sun-Omi from deleting the Blue Ranger. So basically, Hara, Yoshi, and Shinji had a conversation with Jara, and Jara saying that I believe that I'm supposed to help you guys fight I'm here to be your new leader of the Donbrothers and help you take down the village. And Hara said that the only leader of the Donbrothers is Momotaro, not you. So basically, and that's when Ichi got a phone call that his wife is in the hospital. So basically, turns out the reason why that Ishi's wife was in the hospital because the Black Ranger after the Rangers retreated, before the Rangers battled the monster, the Igbar got spotted by the cop that was being controlled by the Beastly. So basically, he tried to run away and accidentally bumped into Yoshi's wife, who is the Pink Ranger. So Yoshi's wife, aka Yoshi's wife. So basically, the Black Ranger accidentally bumped into the Pink Ranger's wife while trying to get away from the Beastly monster. That's controlling the detective that is supposed that is controlling the detective that is hunting the Black Ranger. So basically, the Black Ranger he took the Pink Ranger's wife as his wife at first, and basically thought that the Pink Ranger wife was just like his missing wife or whatever. So anyway, the Beastly monster was still chasing after him. He had no choice but to leave the scene, and basically, only thing she wasn't really badly hurt. She just had a scrape on her head, just from being accidentally bumped by the Black Ranger. So anyway, So anyway, and finally that's when Hara realized that we could use the wish system on Black Tiger's laptop. So basically, he took Shinji to Black Tiger's coffee shop, and Black Tiger was like, oh yeah, well, it could work. So basically, he looked on so Black Tiger looked on his laptop and see which range has enough point to make a wish to bring Momotaro back. Turns out the blue has the most points out of the current four ranges as of right now to wish to bring Momotaro back. So basically, but Bob Carter said that this could work or this could work. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about this, but it could work. It could work. So basically, Shinji wished to bring Momotaro back, and basically, and just wait to see that his wish worked. So basically, the Shogi monsters started to attack people, turn it into Shogi pieces and whatnot, and basically the Rangers showed up. So basically, the blue and yellow rangers showed up on the scene and started to fight the monsters by themselves. So things look very desperate for the Rangers. Look better for Shinji and Harawa, and that's when we see Momotaro. Turns out the wish worked, and Momotaro was back. And basically they made quick work of the monster. The monster didn't make himself grow, and basically the other rangers showed up and basically formed the only Taogen Megazord to take down the giant-sized monster, and the Naho monster was restored, and the person that the Naho monster possessed was back to normal again. So basically, so basically, Shinji and the other rangers were glad to see that Momotaro was back and all. But once Momotaro demorphed, he disappeared again. He disappeared. He disappeared into thin air, just like when Sunlight did lose him. So basically, it seems like the wish wasn't 100% perfect. So basically, after Momotaro came back, took down the monster, helped the Rangers took down the monster, he disappeared again. And basically this episode ends up with Ijoshi going back to the hospital and swearing whoever hurt his wife, I'm going to take him down, and he shows signs of him being possessed by a Naho monster after that. So basically, after Ijoshi helped took down the Naho monster with the other rangers, he went back to the house to see how his wife is doing, and we see Ijoshi being taking control, seeing signs of Ijoshi being taken control by a Naho monster inside him, and this is how the episode ended with the Yellow Ranger being taken control by a Naho monster inside his body, and basically this is how by Ijoshi, the Pink Ranger, being slowly taking control by a Naho monster inside his body. After going back to the hospital, seeing his wife was okay and whatnot, and trying revenge on the person that hurt his wife and whatnot. This episode ended up on a bit. This was a good ending for this episode. So basically, we now know that the Rangers are capable to be turned into Nahoma, being are capable to being turned into Naho monsters, basically turned into Naho monsters as well. So basically, I thought that the Pink Ranger would, I thought that the Yellow Ranger would be the first Ranger to be turned into a Naho monster. But it turned out it's the Pink Ranger. But anyway, blah blah blah. This was a great episode. So even though that Jara didn't really get much in this episode, but he seems like he's a nice dude. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Anyway, signing off. One.